Hi, Discovery students. This is it. This is what 5 to 6 weeks have led up to, our final identity project. This is major. This is huge. We have been looking at all of these words in the last few weeks. And now we're going to put all of these words into a final project, our identity project. It will have 4 standards attached to it: behavioral science, geography, presentation, and literacy. What does literacy mean? Those content vocabulary words that we have been learning. All of these here on our word wall. The first step you should do with this project is figure out, how do you want to present it? Maybe you want to write an essay or a story that explains your identity. A story could be a children's book with pictures that you've created. It could be a slideshow that illustrates and explains your identity. It could be a video that shows and explains your identity. It could be a pic collage. Or maybe you're that type of person that likes to cut things out of magazines, and maybe you want to create a collage showing your identity from those magazine pictures. Maybe it's a Bitmoji project, or an anime project. Something that you have a passion about that you think, yeah, I can do that. I can bring that in here and do it. Maybe it's just a plain old poster. You like to assemble a poster. You love to get your hands into it. Do it. Figure out how you want to show your identity and explain your identity. Maybe it's a painting of some type. Maybe you're that visual person that loves this visual impact. Whatever it is, figure it out. That's the first step, right? Let's say there's nothing here that I've said or that you saw. Talk to us. And if you have a great idea, chances are we will approve it. So, step 2 would then be, okay, what do I need to put on this presentation? And that would be your checklist. So look this over. This is what mastery grade level looks like. This is in this box. And this is what EM would look like. Like you really knocked it out of the ballpark. You really put great effort, and I can see it. So let's focus on this though. If you want to do this, know you have to do this, but there has to be add-ons here. So, are you able to give 6 good examples of who you are? That would be from your original Google slide formative assignment and identity assignment number 2. And your Starburst too. Can you give 2 stereotypes, social tags, pushed identities that are placed on you? That would be your Starburst activity. Think about it. There are things that we all have experienced in life where somebody has said something about us and we're thinking, wait, no, that's not me. Think about the bear. He was a bear, but they said he was a silly man who needed a shave and wore a fur coat. And he was none of those things. He was simply a bear. Those are those social tags. Explain your social tags and how it made you feel. One social tag is that I am a teenager, therefore I steal. That makes me feel angry because I do not like to steal, right? Also, what is a core value that's inside of you that influences your behavior? Mine's tolerance. I'm always trying to think of ways to be inclusive in my teaching, in my relationships with friendships. One core value that many students put on their slide presentation was creativity. So this would be how you would explain that. My core value is creativity and I play the guitar. I want to know how you act out on that core value. I can give 3 examples of the communities I belong to. I belong to a religious organization. I belong to a family unit. I belong to a school community. I'm able to provide many visual representations of all of these things that you have talked about as being who you are and who you're not. Anything less could lead to near mastery or below level. Over here is the same thing, but I want you to dig even deeper. There's also one more thing here that I do not have over here, and that is I'm able to express how I think my identity may change in the future. What are some of the goals you have that you haven't yet accomplished? Those are possibly future identity pieces. Then step 3 would be to complete it and then submit it. Either take a picture of the project and upload it, or if it's on a Google Doc or Google Slide, you'd have to figure out how you're going to get the URL or access the Google Drive piece, but make sure I have access to it. If you did a pic collage or something, upload it. Maybe you did Notability. Upload it in a way that I can access it. And then here are the rubrics. I can identify my culture, family, peers, communities. I can give good examples. I can explain how the place I live and the relationship I live and how that relationship is. That'd be talking about your community pieces. It would be talking about how sometimes people look at you and it may not be who you think you are. It is being able to apply all of these words in your project. You are demonstrating that. If you did it really well up here and here, you did it well. You did it well down here. And how are you presenting it? Does it have visual impact? Does it have correct grammar? Is your writing neat and legible if you hand did things? Think about neatness. Think about effort. Think about visual impact. And this is how it should look. If you want standard work, mastery work, then I need to see the hamburger, right? If I only see part of the hamburger and I don't see the top bun, that's near mastery. If I don't even have the hamburger, the meat of what it's all about, that would be below level. What would Exceed Deluxe work look like? Boy, I am seeing a lot of effort. I'm seeing a lot of exploration of who you are and where you're going. That would be Exceed Mastery. When is the project due? Friday, October 30th. The quarter ends November 6th. That leaves 1 week after Friday to grade and correct. So, you really want to be focused. We are going to give you class time to do this, so don't worry about that. But you need to use your class time. You need to get rid of those distractions that are not allowing you to be successful. All right, this is it, my friends. I can't wait to see all the greatness that you guys are going to do.